Today we'll teach you it occur in the hair plants, and the different tissues. It may concern leaves, stem, bark, pollen grains, etc. Therefore, the family where the flavonoids are found is usually that is your Compositae, Leguminosae, Euphorbiaceae, Rutaceae, etc. But in gymnosperms, it is in higher concentration. And these gymnosperms include your thuja, so-called your moorpanki, thuja, araucaria, species, cycas, etc. Now, if you consider the plants of these families, you can get it in the higher concentration, and therefore you have to, the selection of the plant is very important for you, and you can just take the plant which can give you the major amount of your flavonoids. But you are having the polymethoxyflavonoids, in which the number of methoxy groups are large. It is present in usually in citrus species. That's why the selection of the plant is very important, and selection of the family is very important. You have to be very confined on this part. And the next part is here, what is the importance of the flavonoids? Therefore, the flavonoid is having the wide range of applications, and so called your biological applications. Therefore, it is having the wide range or wide spectrum of the biological application or the pharmacological properties. That's why it is used as an anti-cancer, antimicrobial, you can have hypertensive, hypotensive, antioxidant, and anti-HIV, etc. That's why the carcinogenic property of the flavonoids is very prominent, and even the certain flavonoidic compounds are used as the drug. and that is the quercetin. Example is your quercetin. And it is used as a drug. Antioxidant property is there, and that's why it is used as a drug. And even so, it is also used as a commercial dye. Which is in the market, that is your luteolin. Therefore, in this case, you can say it is therefore we can say the flavonoidic nucleus is the very important for the human life, and we have to very concentrate of this one. Therefore, let us discuss what is the structure and the nomenclature of the flavonoids. Structure and nomenclature. Because it is having the well-defined structure. The basic unit of this flavonoid nucleus is gamma pyron. This is gamma pyron. And when it is fused with benzene, then it is called benzopyron or chromone. Then called as benzopyron or chromone nucleus. Therefore, the whole skeleton is based on the chromone nucleus. And you can have the idea about this one. The structure of the gamma pyron is this one. This is your gamma pyron nucleus. And when it is fused with benzene, then it is called benzopyron or chromone. Therefore, the numbering of the benzopyron is something like this: 6, 7, 8. Now, the whole flavonoid nucleus is derived from here. You have to add the phenyl group plus phenyl group at C2 position. Therefore, this is the C2 carbon, and it is called flavone nucleus. When you add plus phenyl, at C3 carbon, then it is called isoflavone. This is your C3 carbon. Then we call it as isoflavone. Therefore, you can say that the basic carbon skeleton constitute basic carbon skeleton it constitutes C6, C3, C6. That's why it's equal to C15. Therefore, the whole flavone nucleus is based on the 15 carbon skeleton, and you can say this one, this is also the class of the flavonoid. This one. Now here, this is C6, C6, C3. Therefore, it is called as the 2-benzene ring clubbed with propane bridge. Two benzene rings linked through propane bridge. Therefore, in this way, we can just identify the flavone nucleus. And now here, when it is associated, when it is linked, when these two rings are linked with the 3 carbons, then it is numbered as, this is your alpha carbon, alpha to the carbonyl, this is beta, and now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is named as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, and 6 dash. And this moiety is called as chalcone. While in the case of the flavone, it is numbered something like this. This is the case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is your 1 dash carbon, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash. Therefore, this is the standard numbering system of the flavone nucleus, but in case of the chalcone, the A ring is numbered as 1 dash. This is your A ring, this is your B ring, and this is your C ring. That's why this is the nomenclature of your flavonoid nucleus. Then after that, we have to come across what are the various classes of the flavonoids. That is based classification. Now you are having the number of flavonoids here. Number 1, you can get here this one. This is your benzene ring, and it is hydroxyl group attached with the nucleus, and this nucleus is called as Cl minus, and it is called as anthocyanidins. This is the one class. Second one is this is your oxygen over here. This one, and here is your benzene ring, and this is hydroxyl group, and this is your OH again. It is called as glycoanthocyanidin. This is the one of the class of the flavonoid, and this is your flavone, as I told you, and this is isoflavonol. This is isoflavonol, and you are having this. This is your flavanone. And related to this one, if you are having the hydroxyl group again at the C3 position, then it is called flavanonol. Flavanonol. And similarly, you can have the next class. This is your chalcone, and it is called dihydrochalcone. And similarly, you can have the next class. You can have the next class, that is called isoflavone. Benzene ring at position 3. That's why it is called as isoflavone. And here this is isoflavonone. No double bond at the C3 and C2 position. Then it is called isoflavonone. That's why this is the dihydro position. And similarly, the last one is this one. It is called as oron. That's why these are the certain classes of the flavonoids which you can just remember that how we can have the different types of the flavonoid nucleus, and even so the dimer of these are also reported. Dimer or the trimers. And for dimers, you can draw it very carefully. This one. And you are having this. And this is the 8 double dash positions. You can see the triple dash. And the name of this compound is cupressoflavone. Now similarly you can have the next example, that is this one, and it is linked in this manner. Therefore, this is your 3 dash position and it is your 8. Now here there is a correction in this one. In this way, 8 double dash. That's why in this, these are the certain examples of the flavonoids, the dimer, the trimer, and the substitution of these methoxy or the hydroxy group may vary. It may be on the first, second, it may be on the 3 position, 4 position, 5 position. Secondly, accordingly it has been numbered, and they are having the different compounds, and according the change of the substitution, the properties of the flavonoid may vary. Now here the name of this compound is amantoflavone.